If you just watched Correct or Incorrect by SABC and Mr. Victor Hlongwane, the principal himself, they just classified this goal as onside and the correct decision by the linesman. And I can tell you there's a million things wrong with this still image. First of all, this is the only angle we see. This is the only angle that they used to draw the line from. Secondly, look at the linesman. The linesman is not even in line with the last defender of Kaizer Chiefs, or he's not even in line with Ribeiro himself. And for me, this is why the linesman got it wrong. This is definitely why the linesman got it wrong, because he was not in line. He went to sleep. He was not keeping up and running with the game. Thirdly, the ball is already kicked. The ball is already in the air. So this is not a correct still image to have. Why? Because the ball had already been kicked. This has to be paused where the ball is being kicked. It's clearly in the air now. So they needed to stop it. They needed to stop it at least a few frames just before this, right? Because it's clearly being kicked. It's in the air. And what's more important, which is the fourth thing, is that Ribeiro actually tries to come back onside. He tries to hold his run and comes back onside. He takes a step towards coming back onside and then makes a run for it. And now, when this still image is paused incorrectly after the ball is kicked, this is when he's actually now just taken the step back. And if you pause it a few frames before this, if you watch the actual video, when the ball is actually being kicked, he's still in front. Another issue is that this line is drawn by the feet of Ribeiro, when Ribeiro's feet are not the furthest thing in front of him. The furthest thing in front of him is his head. You play football with your head. It counts. You can score with your head. Therefore, your head can be offside. We don't just look at your toes and your feet. This line was drawn completely wrong. This image is completely wrong. I do not agree with it. And the last thing is that we only have one angle. Why do we only have one angle? Come on now. This is not convincing at all. This is the wrong image to use, and they didn't prove to me that this was not offside. They struggled to prove that, and it looks like maybe they're trying to be in the decision, or they're trying to support the referee's decision and be in line with the referee's decisions, or they don't want to accept that there might have been a huge error that was made during the weekend. But there is absolutely no way that this image should be used. This image should definitely not be used to verify whether that goal was offside or onside. We can't use this image. It's completely wrong. It's incorrect. Incorrect or correct, they need to be audited. The SABC need to be audited. This needs to be audited. It's not correct at all. I just told you literally 5 things that's wrong with this thing. Come on. We all can see it with our eyes. This is wrong. And for me, it's still clearly offside. You can see it. This is completely the wrong image to use.